Hi, this is Dave, just doing a bit of a review of a game we recently played. It was F-Stop, Fly and myself playing in a 3-stack. This is our first time back after playing for a while. First online game we played together since we had a break after the birth of my son. Excuse me. So I'm just going to go through a few of the clips I took from this game. There's a bit of a change of the way I've done things in the past. Just some particular things I want to kind of look at and just see if I can point out any mistakes that I can see and perhaps ways that things could have been done better. The first thing I'm going to show is checking starting items. It's something that I'm conscious that I want to improve on a lot myself, but in the game I never do it, and I really should. Looking at the starter items in this game, easily something that could have been abused. So we'll just look at Fly, who's in the mid lane of Mirana. Started off with a Wraithband and a Salve. So he's got some regen, he's got some damage, and to start off with, so it's going to take him a bit longer to get the bottle, but it allows him to trade better in lane. He's up against a Viper, who's a pretty good mid laner, but at level 1 he's extremely weak. You look at the items that he's got just a Fairy Fire. That's the only regen he has. That's extremely exploitable, especially at level 1. You should be looking to trade with him, since you bought the Wraithband and the Salve to heal up. You should definitely abuse his lack of regen. If you burn his Fairy Fire, which is just 75 health, I believe. I'm not quite sure. I don't quite know the exact number, but it's a very small number. If you burn his Fairy Fire, then what's he going to do? He can't really lane against you. You could just keep him out, and when he hits level 2 and 3 he starts becoming a lot stronger. So if you could burn through that regen early, it could end up in a really bad lane for him. In the safe lane is myself and F-Stop. I'm playing Warlord and F-Stop's playing Ogre Magi. You can see I've got a Tango and a Salve. It's pretty standard for me. I like to have two forms of regen, and I'm looking to make an early Poor Man Shield. I'm up against a Dazzle and a Phantom Lancer, which is a pretty tough lane to be in, actually. Dazzle's just got one lot of regen, but obviously he's got his heal, which is a form of regen itself, and he's got a Clarity to help sustain him for those heals, so that's going to be hard to play against. And Phantom Lancer has one set of Tangos and a Mango for a bit of extra health regen, but if he burns through that, then he's just got the one Tango. So even though he's got Dazzle in the lane to help him out with his regen, it's going to be a difficult lane for me. I should be looking to trade as much as I can early, just to see how I go, to see if I can make him scared. But I don't think it's going to be an easy lane. We'll look at what F-Stop has. F-Stop's got 2 sets of Tangos, and Ogre Magi himself has quite a lot of regen, so he's got a bit of sustain in this lane. Between the both of us, we should be able to hassle him quite well, I think, but as it turns out, we did have a very difficult lane, and it was not something that we handled very well at all. And the next clip I'm going to show is trading. So what you want to do is that if you are trying to burn their regen, you want a favourable trade. You want them to burn through more health than you do. So you look for the opportunities where you've got an advantage, and this is one that I didn't take very good advantage of. So Dazzle's hassling me. He's just auto attacked me right around my creeps, so now he's going to have 4 creeps attacking him. Actually, they didn't quite aggro all of them, but he did get a couple of creeps aggro. And this is the type of this is the type of situation that I want to be in. He's got my creeps around. I'm nowhere near his creeps. I'm not aggroing his creeps. He's basically just going to aggro my creeps, and that is a favourable trade for me. I can attack him with my creeps attacking him, and I'm doing a lot of damage here. So I messed up. He's got the creeps attacking him as like I should, but I just was not there taking advantage of this. He does it again, and it attacks the creep again, and finally I realised that I can be doing a favourable trade. And you look at how much health he's lost. I've only lost like 20% of my health maybe. He's lost half of his. He's lost 50% of his health. 281 of 560. That is exactly 50% health. They're the types of situations that you want to create, and that's going to burn through his regen much quicker. If you can abuse that, it makes it much easier. And if we abused that a lot more, we could have had a much easier laning stage. So here we have denying. In the recent patch, you actually get experience for denies. So you don't deny as much experience from your opposition, but you gain some experience for yourself. I think it's only 50% that your enemy gets if you do a deny, but you gain like 20 or 30%. I'm not sure the exact number. So it is extremely worth it to deny your own creeps because you get extra experience. It catapults you further. In this lane, I was watching the replay. Viper was just auto-attacking creeps. That's all he was doing, just auto-attacking. And it actually turned out to be very effective for him. He got so many last hits. But if you can just focus on denying some of those creeps, you look at this creep here, that's an easy deny. Look how long he's alive and enough health that you could deny that. And then Viper just comes up and gets the last hit. That could have been easy deny. Not only do you stop him from getting the gold, but you deny him half the experience and you gain some experience for yourself. So it's worth making a habit of trying to deny as much as you can, because it will, especially in the mid lane, it will catapult you into earlier levels, which means that you can hassle them a lot more and maybe even roam a bit earlier, so put some pressure around the map. It's definitely worth focusing on. You still want to prioritise last hitting their creeps, so you get the gold. But if you've got a deny, that's there. It's well worth it to try and deny that. The next clip I'm going to look at is a failed gank. So here, Flies asked for a bit of help in lane to try and put some pressure on this Viper because he's just using his poison attack to hassle, and Fly's not having a very good time in lane there. So F-stops come from up here, and you watch. She just comes straight down through the lane, through the creeps. Full vision of him. You could have easily just walked back here. There's a regen rune there, which you could have notified Fly of. Actually, you might have even pinged it. And they've just pinged that Ogre Magi's missing. So you had an opportunity here that if Viper wasn't paying attention, to just come through here. You could have hidden behind these trees, waited till he got in the low ground. Unfortunately, the catapult is here, which means he is likely to going to see you wrap around. But at night time, he's not going to look at his vision. I don't think he can see past this. So you could stand here, and as soon as he goes low ground, you can walk in, and you get a few free hits on him. Fly can then come in as well, and get some auto attacks, and it's going to be a much more effective attempt at. You might not kill him, but at least you're going to do a lot of damage and make him a bit scared, to give Fly a bit of more of an advantage in lane. But you just throw Ignite, he walks away slowly, you don't get one single more hit. Yeah, we won't talk about that. But you can just see that he just walked away easily. All he copped was one Ignite. If you ran around this way, you would have at least gotten Ignite. You definitely would have gotten a stun off as well. That would have allowed a few right clicks. You know, possible kill, but at least it would have forced him back to the fountain, or at least back to a shrine. Okay, the next clip I'm going to show you, I've titled "Just Fight." Okay, so in this clip, I've been attacked by both group. I've been caught out of position. I'm well in the wrong spot here. I probably don't see Dazzle just around the corner. He might have just walked off, so I might have felt I was a bit safe, but I'm still way out of position. So they've got me here. I've gotten them into tower range about now. Now is the time. I'm dead. Maybe I think I can survive, but I may as well just turn and fight. Just see if I can kill him before he gets me. I've got the tower helping me. I've just used my whirling axes, so he's going to be missing a lot. I could have even walked into range of Dazzle to try and get some mischance on him as well, but yeah, I just walked away and just died. And you look at how much health he ended up on. I probably could have killed him there. That could have been a kill. But if I'm just going to die, I may as well just turn and fight. I think later in the game I did do some chances where I knew I was just dead, so I just turned and fight. Nice little tower deny there. He's waited for the exact opportune moment for the tower to get to exactly the right amount of hit points, and then just chucked in the deny. Lovely bit of play there. It would have been good if you did that to the creeps during the laning stage as well, but I just thought that was quite a well-timed deny there from Fly. Okay, here's one where we didn't quite see him. It was night time, so we didn't quite see him down there. Even pinged that they're missing. So F-Stop's gone to the side shop to try and do a bit of nighttime shopping. Must be Thursday night. Realised that there's trouble. Probably would have been better to pass through here, because the entire time Dazzle can see you and he's just going to unload on you as you're walking this way. You're also in vision of the creeps, so even if for some reason Phantom Lancer wasn't there, he's just going to be able to auto attack. If you go through the trees, there's moments here and there where you're out of vision, and during those moments they have to try and track you down to get vision of you before they can attack you again. But anyway, you've walked past your carry and I've just abandoned you here. I could have done whirling axes to try and do a lot more mischances. I could have even attacked a bit to make him scared, and you could have turned around and done a stun as they. I don't know. I could have at least done whirling axes to try and save you, but yeah, I survive anyway. That's the important thing. Okay, this clip I've titled "Needlessly Showing in Lane." So, I believe, yeah. So F-Stop is just about to teleport into this tower. So what's happened is that Viper's in a one-on-one with Fly. It's basically the mid laners up against each other, so he's kind of got a bit of sense of confidence here. He had a pretty good mid lane. You see he's got 38, not a single deny, but even if his auto attacking strategy worked with 38 last hits, way ahead of the pack. At 8 minutes, that's not bad actually. It's working well for him. But then Cake ports in right at the edge of the tower range, so it's easy. He just turns around and runs off. He's got another hero porting in. A much better tactic might have been to port to the shrine and wrap around behind. That would have given you another advantage. Just showing in lane there just means he knows he's up against two heroes, so he runs off. By not showing, you still got the option that you can attack. I mean, if he decides to just go for Fly, just do a tower dive because he's so confident, then all of a sudden an Ogre Magi pops out and can help with a kill. Or if he doesn't do it, you can just wrap around behind, port to the shrine out of sight and wrap around, and then you can sandwich him and get a kill. So just, you want to try and stay out of vision. If you're ganking, you just want to stay out of vision as long as possible, so you surprise him at the last possible moment. Okay, escape path. So in this one I get completely owned. I was extremely surprised how long f-stop lasts here. The tanky Ogre, they're chasing down and just casually walking, but this is the wrong way to go. You could have easily just gone towards the tower, then they're going to try and dive you onto tower. They probably still kill you, but at least it's a hard decision for them. You're challenging them. Walking through the forest like this, it's easy. They're just going to chase you. There's no hassle. I think you were aiming for the shrine to try and get the heal, but even under the healing shrine, they're not going to have any trouble killing you. Another option would have been, even if you decided, okay, this is tough, just walk towards the creeps and aggro the creeps. There is a chance that the neutral creep kills you and they get no gold for it. You just becomes a neutral death. You've even got the ancients here. By this time you're already dead anyway, but you had the ancients as well. The ancients might have got the last hit on you too. Just some small things that are worth thinking about next time you're certain death. Just, try and deny yourself to neutral creeps, or just go to the tower to try and give them the hard decision whether they tower dive you or not. Here's a inefficient gank, I've titled. So Jakiro has come up for a gank and he's ready to pounce them, expecting us to jump in on them. I don't know if I didn't see him, but you look at my party and I come up to it, then I turn around and I go back. I've just wasted so much time there. Then I come in for the attack. We finally go for some damage, get in there, and look at this. We could have easily had a lot more damage on them and probably even got the kill on Dazzle as well. As it turns out, he's safe enough that he can just run away and survive. So just that initial kind of hesitation by me just really turned this into a really difficult kill on Phantom Lancer, and we lost a kill on Dazzle, which is not certain, but I think we could have gotten him too. So he's just done the shallow grave there, and then we just turn on. Yeah, I think we could have got both kills. So straight away after this, after Dazzle's just survived this fight, we've come down here and they've all ported in. And I mentioned this to Kate after the fact, that it would have been really good to have a ward like right here in lane. Just during the laning stage, I mean, it's 11 minutes, this is a very low MMR, so the laning stage goes for ages. But just to keep a ward here in lane means that when they do port into the tower like this, we've got full vision of them. So right now, we've got no idea there's 3 heroes, and I just walk into a complete shit fight. So they kill me, and then they go through and kill F-Stop as well. I'm pretty sure she doesn't survive. Yep, the tower diver. She does her best to try and get as much damage as possible, but it wasn't happening. And Jakiro was late to the party as well. So just having that vision in the lane means that we could have avoided this gank quite easily. But yeah, it's been a while since we played, so these type of things just slip by our memory. Okay, so I've labelled this one split push. So they've got a bunch of heroes pressuring top. I think this is just after this last clip as well. So Jakiro's run back to the tower. We see at least 2 top pressuring, so Fly and F-Stop are going for the bottom tower. So that was a really good strategy, kind of trying to trade towers between them. They end up backing off this tower and coming back to the defend, which is what you want. You want them to back off the tower. But unfortunately, I was going to say there was no vision, but there is vision right here. I'm surprised I didn't see him coming, because this is a dire ward. This is, yeah, this is kind of the dire ward here. You see 2 people coming right here, so it's just a lack of awareness. It's clearly 2 heroes coming in, and then you see them too late. Okay. So I was just going to mention how it would have been good to have a ward. Whenever you're sieging towers, it's good to have a ward. So if you're sieging this tower up top, it's good to have a ward on the the ward spot just there, or behind the tower, so you could see people coming in. Here, it's good to have a ward behind the tower as well, but in this case they were up there, so it was good to have a ward right in that spot. That was a really handy place to have a ward. It's just a shame it wasn't aware of it. And the bottom tower, it's good to have a ward just in the lane there when you're attacking it. And the same with all the towers. Try to get vision in behind the tower or over the tower, so you could see where people are porting in. And I think I've got a clip of that right now. So we're attacking this tower. It would have been really good to have a ward on the ward spot that gives vision over the entire area. Oh no, this is a different clip. So this is where the ward has actually saved me. So I can see 4 heroes coming up. I did react very slowly because it's only now that Weaver's got vision of me, and I'm just lucky he didn't have a stun. I was able to get out. So the ward there was really good protection. Well done. So this one I've labelled too scared to fight, and I think this is on me again. So we spot the Dazzle going around, obviously doing some warding. Unfortunately, Fly has done his ultimate too late, and so Dazzle's now seen us coming. So we've already made that hard for ourselves. If the ulti was popped in a little bit earlier, or at least out of vision of him, he would have still been walking to try and place a ward, because I'm sure that's what he was doing. So he's seen us. We've chased him into the river. He's trying to go back to his team. We've got the stun coming for the fight. He's shallow graved himself, and then we've just run away. We've got Jakiro in here with liquid fire on the ground. We should just... Zeus is so squishy. I should just turned around and fought him, but we've just run away, abandoned our team. Kunka's now in a whole world of trouble, but still managing to outplay the other team to try and stay alive as long as possible. And only now do we re-engage. Kunka's died. Jakiro's next, and all we do is just get like a lowly kill on Zeus. We could have won like a full team wipe there if we just were a little bit braver and not run away so easily. Just fight, man. That's on me. I got scared. So this is the Tower of the Vision. So I've mentioned to her that I'd like a ward in lane. Usually I'd like it a bit lower, but that's just during the laning stage. When we're sieging a tower, and this is on me because I told her that earlier I wanted a ward in lane, and so she's come and put one down. But really, when we're sieging a tower, we want the ward here, and we kind of look how this plays out. They start porting in to defend, and we've got no vision of them. So someone ports into the shrine very soon. So just a ward right there would have avoided a whole heap of trouble here. So we've got someone put into the shrine. We would have spotted that. Someone porting in right behind the trees here, that would have been spotted too. So both of these ports would have been spotted, and we could have jumped him behind the trees, him thinking that he's safe, knowing that he's going to take a little bit of time to get there. We might have been able to kill him before he does, or we've got the option to run away. But he surprises us. Another one ports in, and F-Stop takes one for the team. So a ward while sieging the tower there would have given us a lot more options, and we might have still chosen the wrong option, but at least the option would have been there, and we could have been deciding whether we made the right decision afterwards. This is just a clip. There was a fight on the bottom lane. This is between the other two players in our team. I just thought it was funny. Zeus goes down, Kuka go down straight away after, and then we have a mano a mano of Weaver versus Jakiro, which is so close. So close. Jakiro! The bug! Oh, just survives. Zeus is up in 8 seconds, his ultimate's up. Sorry, Jakiro. I don't think you're going to survive this one. Bang. Down you go. I just want to add that for the fun. Okay, so Kunkka gets spotted out by Weaver, and this was a quite a good idea by F-Stop. She's gone back to the high ground to try and cast a spell, but unfortunately her spell's out of range, so she's walked back to the low ground. It was a good idea trying to be on the high ground, but unfortunately when you're not in range, it's not going to work out so good. So it gets the stun, and then what we do is we use the high ground as to our advantage. So all the enemy teams on the lower ground, I don't think we realised Weaver was there at this point in time, but I believe F-Stop has the nuance has enough wits about it to plant a sentry ward. But now we're fighting high ground to low ground. This is a really good advantage for us. Plus, if they want to go to the high ground, they've got to go through this tiny little, very narrow doorway, which makes it a big advantage for us. So I'm just fighting them from the high ground. Then all of a sudden we get a kill. Weaver's just killing us. Yes, F-Stop puts down the sentry, but there's no dust. So even though we put the sentry down and we got a bunch of damage onto him, we didn't get the kill. He time lapses back and gets away. And if we had a dust straight after the time lapse, then that would be a kill for sure. But I don't think anyone bought dust this game, and that really hurt us. There was a bunch of times where we could have gotten kills, especially after at least 2 of them bought Shadow Blades. A dust would have been really handy. So focus on objectives. So I believe in this clip we win a little fight. Yep, so they're attacking our mid tier 2. Kunkka does his best to delay the push, and actually does a pretty good job of scaring him out. Weaver time lapses straight back into the ice path. Goes down. Zeus is down shortly afterwards. We didn't get Viper, unfortunately. But now we just kind of do nothing. We've just got a kill on 2 heroes. One of them, you know, kind of like a core hero. I guess I'm not sure if Weaver must be playing core because I'm pretty sure Zeus was playing support this game. And we just go around farming. We've got F-Stop and Fly and Jakiro hitting the mid tower, as they should be doing. We've got the advantage, but I'm nowhere to be seen. Where am I? I am buying something at the secret shop. And Jakiro ends up biting the dust. Fly does his best to try and save the day, but it's just not happening. And really, after we took that fight with Zeus and Weaver down, we should have just quickly taken that tower and then gotten out. We just didn't focus enough on objectives that game, and I think that cost us quite a bit. So in the last clip, we showed, in the clip before, we showed the advantage of using the high ground, and here we see Kunkka just chasing around a Weaver and getting a hit off, but he finds that he bitten off more than he can chew, so he's running for it. Straight back to our team, so this is our chance for a good team fight. So we've got the high ground advantage here. They're coming up this hill. We should be using this to our advantage, but silly me, I go straight for the Zeus and down to the low ground, right into their team. And we should have just been focusing on, if we could have taken Weaver out straight away, and this is where a dust would have come in handy again. Unfortunately F-Stop was dead, but even, is Jakiro around? Yeah, Jakiro's around. If we had a dust there, we could have killed the Weaver and then taken on the rest of the team, but I ended up just going down, seeing a tasty little Zeus and basically getting myself killed. I'm still not sure how they had such good vision on me. It must be the ulti of Zeus must reveal me for a certain amount of time, because the dust wasn't used until just then. So I didn't realise that it had such a good amount of vision. So we end up losing that team fight because we weren't focusing on one hero at a time while the rest of them were coming in. I basically made it real easy for them by going to the low ground to try and get Zeus. So here's another clip which in which we didn't pressure after a team fight. So we have this is straight after they won that team fight just before. F-Stop's back up. She's in a really dangerous position here. With I'm pretty sure that Jakiro has either a Force Staff or a Hurricane Pike at this stage. Phantom Lancer's got really good gap close. I don't know if she's got a bug on her at the moment. I don't think she does, but she just needs to be really careful. They've got good gap closing here, and if she ventures too far forward, she's just going to get beaten on. She should probably stand behind the tier 4s just for protection and buff up the tier 4s. That would have been a good idea, actually, buffing up the tier 4s with the Bloodlust. So Phantom Lancer did try to gap close, but you're back behind the tier 4, so decided not to, and then you came in close, so then he decided, okay, he can do this. And turns out he can. Kills you. That's a really good dodge by Phantom Lancer. And now Kunkka goes down just as I come back to life. So there's 2 hero kills just when the carries come back to life. And if you two were alive at this stage, this would have been much easier. But anyway, they decide to back off for some reason. They've got 5 heroes up and we've got 3. But 2 heroes don't want to back off. So this is where we get the kill on them. I think from memory I noticed that there was an ulti use by Weaver, which was a big mistake by him. No ulti use. No, didn't use his ulti. Maybe he already used it before. We kill off the Weaver, then we... Yeah, he does have at least a 4 staff. I think a Hurricane Pike. So we get 2 kills on 2 pretty good heroes. There's 2 cores. So now we should be looking to pressure lanes. I think we even go for more kills here. Yeah, so we've spotted them out here. Dazzle shouldn't last long. Gets his shallow grave off. So I finish off Dazzle there. Meanwhile, Jakiro is trying to take on Zeus. Futilely, unfortunately. He gets the kill on Jakiro, but he doesn't survive. So now we've got 4 heroes down. Even though Weaver's only down for another 16 seconds, for another 20 seconds, we could get a decent amount of damage on. We've still got Dazzle down for 30, Zeus down for 43, and really I think I should be the one pushing this tower. I think if anything, a support goes and turns the lane around while I push pressure the ejectives, and that's something that we clearly didn't do enough of. After that, they end up winning. Like, I think we belatedly pushed an ejective and end up winning another team fight, and then we didn't recover very well after that. All in all, I think we farmed better than them, so we end up having pretty high net worths right until the end. This clip might even have some net worth there. Yeah, so the game did go on a bit longer because both Mirana and I catapulted over to the top of the net worths. So even though we've got a kill deficiency, we were farming better than them. Unfortunately, F-Stop wasn't farming very much. That's something that I think she needs to work on. Just trying to gather some resources while she's in between supporting. You know, just clear a few creep waves or get a few neutral creeps in the meantime, just to build up some gold. But having said that, Zeus was getting quite a few kills, but that is really poor net worth for Zeus, getting so many kills but having such low net worth. But yeah, something I try to do as support as well. Try to gather as much resources as I can during downtime. But yeah, I think it was a pretty good game for our first game back. We made a lot of mistakes, but not as many as I thought we would. I think we played pretty well, considering that we've had such a long absence, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to having more games soon. Okay, that's it from me. I'll see you later, and day is out.